Hi, hello, and welcome back, everybody, to Wolf Tales. Last time, we said goodbye to the girls. They left off to go deal with their problems with their pack, so, we kind of got left at home with the injured wolf girl still. So, let us continue. Left in the company of the injured wolf girl, I find myself pacing restlessly around the cabin as time slowly passes by. Watching the clock, waiting for something to happen, praying that the girls will be okay. I can't bring myself to relax or to focus on anything unrelated to the wolf girl's plight. All I can do is curse my own inactivity as I worry about my former guest. Damn it, I think to myself, why am I getting so worked up over this? The girls are going to be fine, they've been planning their attack carefully, and the traitor has no idea that they're coming for him. They have my map, some crude traps they've made, and probably even the support of those who followed Miyardi's parents. This should be a walk in the park. So why do I... Oh, for goodness sakes, just go already, says the wolf girl. I almost jump in surprise as my remaining guest suddenly pipes up. Excuse me, I ask? You heard me, says the wolf girl. You've been pacing around with that worried look on your face ever since those two left. If you're just going to spend the entire time worrying about them, why don't you just chase after them? They should still be setting up, assuming they've even arrived yet. If you hurry, you should be able to catch up to them, the wolf girl says. I shake my head and sigh. I can't do that, I tell her. It's a half-wolf matter. A human like me shouldn't get involved. Oh, please, it's a little too late to be saying that now, says the wolf girl. You're already involved, whether you like it or not, she informs me. The injured wolf girl sits up on the couch and looks directly into my eyes. I don't know what's been going on between the three of you in this cabin, but the smell of pheromones coming from those two girls is overwhelming. Even if they won't admit it, I'm sure there's at least one of them that has their eyes set on you. As soon as you take one of them as your mate, you'll be part of our pack anyways. My eyes open wide as the wolf girl's words begin to register. Despite my insistence that I am unrelated to this pack business, and that I should keep my nose out of their affairs, it seems that the girls do not feel the same way. Take one of them as my mate, I think to myself. It couldn't be. Could it? I think. What Foodie was saying last night about her choosing me? No way. It looks like you already know what I'm talking about, says the wolf girl. Why not end your suffering and go after them, she asks. I'm sure they'll be happy to see you. Besides, says the wolf girl. Her eyes narrow suddenly. They're going to need all the help they can get, she says. They what? I ask. What do you mean by that? Exactly what I said. We've made all of the preparations we could in a short amount of time, but I doubt that'll be enough, says the wolf girl. If it comes down to a direct confrontation between those two and the traitor, they will without a doubt be slaughtered. Slaughtered, I ask? No, but Miyardi's the rightful heir, isn't she, I ask her? Surely he'll give up, or the other members of the pack will help them. I wouldn't count on that, says the wolf girl. The second he sees the princess, he will kill her no matter who is around to witness such an act, says the wolf girl. Our pack responds to strength above all else. If the princess cannot defeat a potential usurper, then she will not be accepted anyways. No way, I say. I thought facing that guy was a last resort, not a necessity. If those two have to fight him by themselves, they'll be... Without another moment of thought, I run towards the storeroom to grab my axe. In response to my sudden actions, the injured wolf girl smiles at me sincerely for the first time. Best of luck, human, she says to me. Go and protect your mate, no matter what hardship lies in your wake. Without sparing a moment to respond to the girl's words, I nod absent-mindedly and rush out of the living room. I jump into my truck, placing my axe on my lap and starting the engine. Before the injured wolf girl can react to the noise of the engine, I drive out into the snow, throwing caution into the wind as I follow the path Foodie once led me down. Alright, this should be it. If I recall, the path is up here, I think to myself. Where there was once a pile of snow blocking the path, there is now level ground. Whether someone cleared it out or nature has simply taken its course, I don't know. All I care about is the fact that I can keep driving into the den of Foodie and Miyardi. Wait for me, girls. I'm coming, I say. I continue to drive through the snow, no longer sure of which direction I'm supposed to be heading. Having never gone this far around the mountain before, I have no way of knowing whether I'm heading towards the girl's den or in the complete opposite direction. Damn it, I say to myself. What did the map say again? Ugh, I know I should have kept it in the truck. Just as frustration threatens to take over me, I notice something in the distance. A few figures are moving around in the snow. Two of them are quickly circling one another while the third takes distance. As I grow closer, I recognize two of the figures. "Furyu, Mirari," I shout, and that must be. I clutch the axe resting on my lap and focus on the third party. Facing off against Furyu, a large creature more wolf than man, easily several times her size. Furyu is fighting, but clearly tired against the giant towering over her. She doesn't stand a chance. "Shit, shit, shit, shit," I say. Rather than slow down, I press my foot against the accelerator even harder than before. My truck increases in speed, threatening to spin out of control at any moment as I rapidly approach my target. "Furyu, jump," I shout. "Wah," says Furyu. Jumping out of the way just in time, Furyu narrowly avoids being hit by my truck. Her opponent, however, is not so lucky. "Shit, I'm losing control of the wheel," I say. "Damn it all." Without a moment to spare, I undo my seatbelt, grab my axe, and bail out of the truck. A few seconds later, the truck swerves off the side of the mountain, descending who knows how many miles before meeting its untimely demise. "Fuckboy King," asks Furyu. "Why, how did you—" "Talk later," I say. "I hit him pretty hard, but I don't think it'll be enough to kill that bastard." As if responding to my words, I feel a presence manifest behind me. I turn around, swinging my axe wildly, hoping to nail the wolf in the head. Unfortunately, my luck appears to have run out. "Hurrah!" says the Alpha. "Human filth!" I say. My axe strikes the wolf in what I assume to be his ribcage. Unfortunately, my attack only serves to enrage the beast. The next moment, he swipes his mighty claws sideways, ripping the axe from my hands. Before I can so much as reach for my weapon, the wolf pounces on me, pinning me to the ground. "Die, human!" says the Alpha. "Ah!" My eyes widen as the wolf raises its claw. Pinned to the ground with no hope of escape, I watch in terror as the lumbering, razor-sharp appendage is swung down. With more weight and precision behind it than I would dare to imagine, time appears to slow to a halt as death beckons to me all too soon. "Get away from my mate," says Furyu. "Ugh, stupid little," says the Alpha. "Come here!" "Princess," says Furyu. "You'll pay for that, traitor," says Furyu. The moment I resigned myself to death, I opened my eyes to find an unbelievable sight. Despite the difference in their size and the sheer helplessness of our situation, Mirari and Furyu are desperately fighting off the alpha male. You girls," I say. "What are you doing? You should have taken the opportunity to run away," I tell them. "And leave you here to die?" asks Furyu. "Over my dead body," she says. "That's exactly my point," I tell her. "We're outmatched. There's no way we can win. But if you two had fled, you could have at least saved yourselves," I tell them. "You're one to talk," replies Furyu. "Why did you come here? You should have just stayed in your cabin and treated that girl. Why? Why did you have to meddle in our affairs?" "Why?" I ask. I rise to my feet, grabbing my axe as I do so. "Isn't it obvious?" I ask. "I've came to save my mate." Thunk! Whoa! "The human again," says the Alpha. "Die, you miserable piece of whack!" "Ugh," says the Alpha. With the two wolf girls holding our opponent back, I land two clear heavy blows straight to the alpha male's head. It isn't enough to knock him unconscious, but for the first time since the girls engaged him, he appears to be weakening. Unfortunately, his strength is still too much for the girls to bear. The two of them are tossed about as though they were weightless, using all of their strength to merely hang off the wolf's limbs as he moves about. Pain spreads on the girls' faces. They won't be able to last much longer. "You bastard," I shout. "Take your hands off of her," I say. Whack! "Huh!" says the Alpha. "You worthless!" Whack! "Huh!" Alpha screams out again. I strike the wolf again and again, ignoring every warning my body gives me as I push myself far beyond my limits. My axe splinters but remains in one piece. Even as it collides with the wolf's thick skull, it somehow avoids destruction. Only good for one more strike, I raise the axe over my head. Whack! I put an end to the fight once and for all. Not so tough now, are you? I ask. Barely able to stand, I limp over to the unconscious wolf's ragged body. Wielding half of a wooden axe, which is now only good for stabbing prey with the broken end, I bring my weapon to the wolf's face. "Fuckboy King, stop," says Mirari. "Please, that's enough," she says. "The princess is right," agrees Furyu. "Fuckboy King, lower your weapon. The pack will take care of the rest." Turning to face the girls, I regrettably dropped my weapon. Even if I wanted to finish our opponent off, the truth is I don't have the strength. Fuckboy King, I can't believe you, says Fudiyu. How could you follow us here, even knowing what dangers might await? She asks me. Be it the loss of blood, my overwhelming exhaustion, or a rare chink in the wall around my heart, I respond thusly. How could I not come when my mate was in danger, I ask. What? Asks Fudiyu. What do you... It's true that I said something like that. Maybe in the heat of the moment, says Fudiyu. But that... You're the only one, Fudiyu. I told you that already, I say to her. Fudiyu's face turns bright red as I make her remember the night she came to me. Just for that, says Fudiyu. You came out here in search of me. You fought that monster. You put your life in danger, says Fudiyu. How could you do something so reckless and stupid for a reason like that, she asks me. Fudiyu makes her way over to my side and immediately punches me in the chest. Idiot, you stupid, stupid human, she says to me. I can't believe you. What kind of fool would do a thing like that for someone like me, she asks. You are so... Fudiyu continues to strike me, but as tears begin to spill from her eyes, her punches seem to lose all strength. Before long, her punches stop completely. Instead, she tightly grasps the front of my shirt, quietly sobbing into my chest. Idiot, says Fudiyu. I hate you so much. I know, Fudiyu. I know, I tell her. Enduring Fudiyu's dishonesty, I wrap my arms around her. No matter what she says, it's clear that above all what Fudiyu feels is relief. Together, we have fought and won. No amount of sass is going to change that. While the pack carts off the alpha male, Miyari, Fudiyu, and I take our leave. I think I'm going to call it here for this episode, everybody. As always, I hope you enjoyed. And I will see you next time for what will probably be the final episode of Wolf Tales.